Well, it is Thursday, and I am back in the office. I had to go out to Cape May County Courthouse today to handle a client's matter. It was a FRO hearing in Cape May County Courthouse, so that went well. With that said, I'm back in the office in Morristown, New Jersey, and I put out a blog article yesterday regarding the Hunter Biden situation and what occurred yesterday in federal court when the judge took issue with the plea agreement that the defense and prosecution had worked out. Now, people believe that pleading guilty, especially in federal court, is simply going into court and saying that you're guilty and then walking out and obviously proceeding to a sentencing, usually at a later point. In this particular situation, this highlighted why a guilty plea is simply not that. And it's very important that your attorney explain to you the process of allocution before you walk into either the federal or state court, and explain to you that pleading guilty is a process and the judge will want to know the terms of the plea. And remember, keep in mind that whether it be at the state level or the federal level, the judge does not have to approve the plea negotiations. Now, in most situations that is done. It did not happen yesterday, but what happened yesterday has happened before. It's happened on many occasions. And people have been trying to find fault with the prosecutors and the defense and really pointing out, why did the judge do this? And simply put, the judge didn't find the agreement was clear with regards to future prosecutions and whether or not Mr. Biden would be afforded immunity with regards to future prosecutions in unrelated matters. And when that was raised and the prosecutors could not confirm that that was in fact the case, the defense pulled the agreement. And so it wasn't so much the judge refusing to afford Mr. Biden the opportunity to plead guilty. She simply wasn't going to allow either the prosecutors or the defense to move forward if the understanding wasn't totally clear. And that's why she wanted on the record the exact terms, because it appeared, and again, I haven't seen the actual plea agreement or the terms, but it appears that that was not in fact clear to her, and that's why she did what she did. Now, more than likely, Mr. Biden is going to plead guilty at a later date. I think she gave it 30 days for both sides to come back with a revised plea, or perhaps with a pretrial memorandum to proceed to trial. I don't think this case is going to go to trial, only because I think that he doesn't have much of a defense in terms of, perhaps maybe he has a defense with regards to the actual tax charges, but the actual gun charge, it's not really a strong defense. And it's my understanding that this plea was going to address both the tax charge and the felony gun charge, which he was facing, where he faced a potential prison time. Now, in exchange for pleading, he was going to be given a diversion program, which would allow him to avoid a criminal record, a felony criminal record. He was pleading guilty to misdemeanor tax charges. So there's a big difference between pleading guilty to a felony and misdemeanor charge, as I've explained to clients in the past. But if you have questions regarding a plea, well, first of all, if you don't understand the terms of your plea, don't plead guilty. I can't tell you how many people have contacted our office asking for assistance or asking for help after they pled guilty, asking to take back their plea because they weren't clear on what the terms were, what they were pleading to. You should have a firm understanding what the plea terms are. Also, your attorney should explain to you that when you plead guilty in court, there's a process you go through. It is allocution, and it's basically a question and answer period between you and the judge, or through your attorney, or through the prosecutor, where they will ask you questions about what happened, laying a foundation for the plea, and actually saying that you're guilty at the end of all that. But that process is gone through at any level to make it clear and to avoid possibly having appellate issues later on. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The website, GamboneLaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. I'm going to link in the article that I wrote on Hunter Biden. I also talk about federal sentencing and things like departures and variances and things like 5Ks, which are all usually the very common questions that we received. Federal sentencing is much different than state sentencing, but the same principles with regards to pleading guilty and understanding what you're pleading guilty to apply. But again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Tomorrow is Friday, coming out with weekly e-update, which goes out to over 4,000 of our current and former clients in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Some fantastic articles. Remember, our e-update rounds up all of our latest and most popular articles and brings together all that content available to you in one email. You can sign up on our website, gambonelaw.com. But once again, have a great Thursday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.